An airball is always better than a shot clock violation. Remember that, always. Intrinsically, as humans, we are hardwired to fear rejection. As thousands of years ago, rejection meant isolation, and isolation meant almost certain death. However, how lucky and fortunate we truly all are to live in the 21st century. Now rejection and failure is merely just a tool to achieve success and to truly live the life you dream of. To get something you've never had, you have to do something that you've never done. For me, all throughout high school, I was extremely self-conscious and therefore anxious about stupid things like how I smelled, how my hair looked, always thinking about what other people thought of me. This negative mindset crippled my social life, especially with women. I had no confidence to approach girls at school, and ironically, because of my fear of rejection, my worries came to fruition. I didn't get invited to many parties, and I was essentially deemed a social outcast by girls. That is why I realized I need to stop being such a coward. Like GSP said, one thing I'm not is I'm not a coward. Anyways, I recommend everyone to listen to the GSP, Georgia St. Pierre podcast with Joe Rogan, as this, coupled with other forms of media, completely changed my outlook on rejection, from negative to positive. Like everyone, I still struggle immensely with social anxiety, but finding worth within myself for a while was truly what really changed me. I found meaning in myself. For a bit, I was on some dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, all of that stuff. I told myself that this would help me cure my fear of rejection, and for a while, it actually did. I went on a couple of dates and experienced the feeling of being uncomfortable and shooting my shot, I guess. However, after a while, the likes and conversations started to dry up, and it actually began to have the opposite effect of what I intended. It no longer boosted up my self-esteem, it just made me feel worthless, and as if people didn't want me or didn't care about me, and the truly superficial nature of it got to my head. I realized the most real and raw way to experience rejection and the embarrassing feeling of being rejected was in real life. And from that, I actually met a girl who I really like. And I actually get along with her better than almost anyone. To go on a date with her, however, I had to shoot my shot. Doing something, asking her out, would have seemed out of the question a year ago. And I'm so glad I did it, and I'm so glad that I changed, because now I've made it a genuine connection, whereas maybe I just would have let it fizzled out a year ago, told myself that she doesn't really like me, and wouldn't have gone for it. But anyways, the overarching message is to always remember the pain and regret of not knowing and missing out always outlasts the shame and embarrassment felt in the moment of trying something new and really putting yourself out there. Thank you.